Hello. Great, beautiful, blessed afternoon. It is Monday, September 8th. Wake me up when September. Don't do that. Don't fall asleep. We are out here. If you have never seen my face, oh shoot. If you've never seen my face, I am Tenille. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. Hi, how you doing? That's great, awesome. Glad to see ya. You should be seeing me today on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please let me know if you see me, where you see me, can you see me? So today, I have so much to talk about. It's going to be a 47-hour long pod, but not really. So I have, it's the season. Tis the season, okay? We're closing the year. I don't know, like you've been having fun all summer, or, you're just now getting back into routine. And they always call it something different every year. But the question remains every year. Like, are you going to do it this year? Are you ready to lock in? Like, are you ready? Are you done making excuses and saying every year, this is my year? You've been saying this is my year since 1999. So I need you and I to get it together this year, okay? We need to do the great lock-in, the winter arc, preparing to really see that 2026 is vastly different in a positive way than 2025. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? Girl, how are we gonna do that? I know, that's what I said. That's a lot of inaction, is because you don't know how to do things, or you think you don't know how to do things, when in reality, you know way more than you lead yourself to believe, all right? So what I'm going to do is break down why and how we're going to winter arc great lock in. When I hear the words lock in, I literally think of like the sound of a pew pew when they what is it called? Cock it. Like when the bullet gets into the chamber. That's what I think. The great lock in. I don't have sound effects on this show, but if I did, that's what I'm hearing in my mind every time I say the great lock-in of 2025. So this is what we're going to do. There's a few things that I do want to clarify in this, that like you can want something all day and never do anything to make that happen. And that's not called resolutions don't generally work because there's no planning. Goals in general do not usually work because there is no planning and you don't know where you're starting from. I don't know how you would go through a weight loss journey and not weight loss. We're not going to find it. So it's not weight loss. It's releasing weight journey, and not have a starting point. So how would you know that you made progress? Like, you could look at yourself, yeah, but like I would take measurements, I would take the weight, I would, you need somewhere to start from. So like 50% of people, a figure I made up in my mind, majority of people are not getting where they want to go because they don't even know where they're starting from. The things that you fear are ruling. So the money issues you have debt, you don't even know how much it is. The weight issue you're carrying, you have, you don't know how many calories you're eating the day or how many you need. You don't have your RBF. You have no idea. Your health issues, you've got a chronic illness, but you stop going to the doctor, you stop getting blood work, you stop paying attention because it's too much work of how to, fix it. First thing first, we're going to figure out where we're at. Figure out where you are in order to get to where you're going. So the Great Lock-in specifically, it's like a hashtag on TikTok. If you ever want to go on, uh, like look at what other people are saying, it's from September to December. So the last day of December is the last day of the Great Lock-in. We're gonna walk into 2026 a new person, depending on the goals that you're setting and how you're doing. Hello, 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 Instagram people. Nice to see you. So first, I'll give 4 steps on how we are going to organize our lock-in. So if you don't know where you're starting from, please brain dump. Take a day, like I know what to say, the 8th. So we're a week in, and take a day before today ends, before this Monday ends. Just take the day, sit down, brain dump what you really want, where you're going to be on December 31st. Like your wildest dreams, even if it sounds crazy to you and you're like, why? How's that going to happen? It doesn't matter. I'm not concerned. Write it down. The Bible says, write it down, make it plain. Write it down exactly the person you want to be. And like, just willy-nilly, just write it all. Then we're going to organize it, okay, in categories. So, because I've written a million lists in my life, and looking at a bunch of words and squiggly lines that I can't even understand because I wrote so fast on the piece of paper is not super helpful in the end. I've come to find out. So we organize it. So I saw somebody say put it in quadrants. So I put my everything on kind of on note cards or like different papers so I can look at different things. But do it how you do it. But we're doing different categories. So let me see. I wrote down some things. So in present tense, we've written down what we're going to be, who we are on December 31st. So after this, lock it in. Lock it in. Then the first category is identity. So changing something about yourself comes down to literal, like, it's neuroscience. It's the reticular activating system. Wow. Reticular activating system of like you focus on things and you will continue to see those things. You focus on the good, you will continue to see the good. You focus on negative, you will continue to see negative. You buy a red car, all of a sudden everybody in the world has a red car. You never noticed anybody had a red car until you got yours. That type of thing. So we're going to write pull out of the writing that you just did, all of the things, the attributes about yourself that you identify as and like people would say about you, right? So what does she bring into a room? When she walks in the room, what does her presence feel like? That's how I do it. But like, identify what's going to stick out to you, okay? How does she dress? How does she speak? How does she speak to herself and other people? Is her internal monologue just very positive, very negative, very like hyper, very calm? How do you want your nervous system to receive you and for you to believe that that's who you are? Because when you introduce yourself, you say, I say, I'm Tenille. I help women diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. And I say that with certainty because that's who I am. That's what I do. That is my calling. That is a part of my being, right? I say with certainty, I am Alex Stewart, the Destroyer's daughter. I am the Destroyer's daughter. I'm strong. I'm a lupus warrior. I say these things and I know it like I know it like I know it. No one can tell me any different. That's what I want you to write out. Things that you would introduce yourself to anyone and solidly believe it. And if somebody else said something different, they wouldn't believe it. They'd be like, ooh, that does not sound like her. Tenille, she would never. What are you talking about? So write that down. That's a first page for me, first quadrant, first page. Then second page, what are your habits and tools and like routines? So if you are walking around in 2025 with zero routine and wondering why your life is not going the way that you want it to go, you are Captain Buggin'. Because what? How? So you write down This is my morning routine. This is my night routine. I go to bed by this time. I treat myself like this. The type of movement I do for my body is important to me, and I do it like this. I do Pilates 3 times a week. I go on runs. Talk to yourself about what your habits are and plan beforehand what is going to bring you back to baseline. So if you know this is going to be a stressful season, like I know fall is my favorite season. Okay, it's also because I'm a fall baby. I'm a November 25th baby. However, I know it's hard for me because this is a season that I miss my dad probably most. Um, so I plan things that are going to get me out of my head and out back to baseline. So breathing techniques, meditation, prayer, journaling, walks. Walks when it's nice and cool outside. My soul needs that, and I love that for me. So write out these things in advance. So if you forget, my wall is full of stuff to remind me of things that should be so simple and easy in my mind. But like, because when I'm in a bad place, I can just look up and see it. It makes the world a difference. I don't have to find in the recesses of my mind, like what's going on. I can just realize it's right there on my wall. I see it. There it is. Okay. So write what are this new person that's locked in. What are their habits, their routines, their work routines? If you are just getting by at work, but you want to get a raise, you want to get a promotion, if you are looking to start a business, if you are anything in your work-life balance situation, what kind of work ethic does this person have that's your new locked in version of yourself that's going to be walking into 2026? Write down all those attributes, okay? This is all about the habits and routines and ritual type things that this person has that's walking into 2026. Write down that. Okay. So we have the identity, who is that person? Then we have the habits and routines. And then now we have, what are the boundaries? What are your non-negotiables? I will not stand for this. I'm not doing this. We 100% don't identify with this. We no longer identify with this. What are your beliefs that were old that you need to get rid of? Your beliefs about money, your beliefs about your health, your beliefs about, oh, I'm always sick at this time of the year. I definitely, there's nothing I can do about it. Stop being helpless. Stop being apathetic. We are making this plan to take action. Take concise action. This is what we're doing. Laser focused, locked in now. Okay? We have this finite amount of time on this planet. Don't waste it. When are you going to be done wishing and hoping and start working? Because right now, if you are a healthy person and you are not taking advantage of the time that you have to work on yourself, this is all you have control over. This is it. Chronic illness or not. This is all, like today, right now, in this minute, in this hour, this is what you have. So do not squander it. Make this plan serious. Show me a plan. Send an inbox to me. Send a screenshot to me. Find a way to show me that you're actually taking this action, because 2026 is around the corner. I promise you. Mentor always does it, and I see people putting the memes in right now. Mariah Carey's defrosting people. In any second, you about to. I don't want no love for Christmas. What? It's Mariah, because it's time. Once that holiday season comes in, what are the boundaries you're going to set? Don't go out every night because you're invited out every night. Okay, you're popular, but your goals are more popular. Do you want to just like show up to a function, or you want to show out next year? You want to be proud of yourself, or you want to just be involved? Like, if that's fine with you, that's fine. For me and mine, we have goals, okay? We have goals. So, right? all these things out, because right now, I know you're locked in with me right now. I can feel it. I feel the energy. I know you are. But when this computer goes off, when you step away from your phone, is it still going to be there? Are you still going to be excited? Are you still going to be on fire? So, let's see. What else are my notes? Now, I do want to talk about two things. Because genuinely, the plan will always be the feeling, okay? Because this feeling that we have right now, yeah, I feel it too. I'm excited. I'm ready. In 10 minutes, it could be gone. Stick to the plan, not the feeling. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So this past weekend, if you saw my last post, this past weekend, I got a real life in my face testimony of how I impacted someone and helped them. And when I tell you, I almost missed that opportunity. So close to missing an opportunity. I was asked to vend treats at this event, and I stayed up until 4 a.m. baking. None of my things came out looking the way that I wanted them to look. They tasted great. They just looked not good. I wasn't proud of them. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna cancel. Like, I really thought about it. I thought about it long and hard, man. I was like, okay, am I gonna stick to my word? Like, it's chronic illness, people, so like they might be fine if I don't show up. Like, maybe I can postpone. I don't know. I was trying to figure my way out of it, and then I took my little nap. I woke up. I talked to myself out loud. My mother was like, are you talking to me? What's going on? I was like, no, I'm having this conversation because I need to get myself back. I had some deep breathing sessions. I talked myself into going to this event. I was like, I don't feel cute. My body looks crazy. All these things, right? Affirmations, all in the wrong direction. But I convinced myself at the end of the day, like, this was your word. You said you were going to do this. Do not let these people down. They're expecting you. There's all kinds of people you might meet today that you would not have met. Like, all of my connections I've made here have been through events I've gone to, because I live in the bushes. Ain't nobody coming out here, so I got to go to them. So I made the hour trek into the city to meet these people, and I was brought to actual literal tears. Okay, I was not expecting this person to be on the stage. The panelists, by the way, there's 4 panelists and 1 host. 4 out of the 5 people on that stage have been on my podcast. 4 out of the 5 people on that stage I have helped in some way. And if I would not have gone, I would not have been able to witness them having those opportunities, because the stepping stone that it was to be on my podcast or to work with me in some kind of capacity. So that alone, I had goosebumps. That alone, looking at that stage, I was like, wow, it's crazy. These people, when I started working with them, were way more shy, did not have plans to be on social media like that. And each of them talked about it. Each of them spoke about how I helped them. And I, besides just being in complete shock in the beginning, bawled. Just like I was recording the audio of it, because people were talking about like medication, how to get medications cheaper, like hints and tricks and tips of like chronic illness people, and I want to keep those so I can share them. So I was recording not intending to record this breakthrough of mine, that when this woman, who I look up to, like, this woman is, the accolades go on forever. She has degrees and a great job and fit, and like she's doing so great, but she attributed being open with her story about lupus from being on my podcast for the first time, and explained exactly what it was that I did and I said that put her in the mindset of going after that and not being afraid to share her story. So grateful. I'm so grateful that I followed the plan and not my feeling, because there was not a piece of me throughout my whole body that wanted to go to this event. I respect and love those people, and I gave my word, so I went. But let me tell you, if I did not already have that in my mind, that following the plan is important, I would not have gone. So that's a little story. The opportunities that you are missing because you are not locked in right now, because you think you'll do it later, you think, you know what I mean? Like, life is has so many fun and amazing and like great feeling moments, but that's not what's getting you to the places you're trying to go, honestly, because you have to, finding the fun in everything you do is something you just get to choose to learn to do. And I say get to choose to love to because that mentally feels better to my brain instead of forcing myself to do things. I didn't force myself to go. I convinced myself, even though convincing isn't that great, but I found all the good reasons, all the reasons I'll be proud of myself if I go, all the reasons that I will not let people down if I go, found all the reasons I'll be making money if I go, etc. Like, find it in your reticular activating system every day, all day, for why we're following this plan that we're making. You're making this plan with me today. By the end of today, have this plan written down, babes. Have this plan written down. And then the rest of the year will be so much easier. And who's going to be your accountability? Who's going to be? Is it the year that you get coaching? Is it the year that you join a club? Is it the year that you join a team that's going to keep you accountable? If every year you've been doing the same thing and it hasn't worked, what is going to be different this year? Lock in. Lock in. Okay? So that's what we're doing. The great lock-in of 2025. I want to see 2026 killing it. Okay? I'm going to have one more masterclass before the year ends, and we're going to go much deeper into that. We're going to talk about the money goals that we're going to make for the end of this year into next year. We want 2026 to be easy. The planning, the hard stuff is figuring out how we're going to do it. Once you have the how, it's simple. It might not be easy, but it will be simple once you have the groundwork laid out. So we're doing the groundwork. So we're going to pull this in for a close. I just wanted to say too that this month is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. The 10th is Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. This week until the 13th is Suicide Prevention Awareness Week. And I say that because the suicide is just so prevalent, and you don't know until you know that somebody is struggling and that they needed you, and maybe they need someone. So I'm going to say the suicide prevention hotline number is 8. Hold on. It is, I think, 889. Hold on. Yes, no, 988. 988 is a suicide prevention hotline. It's a suicide and crisis lifeline is what it's called. And listen, I'm diagnosed depression, and there's been many a time that it could have been me. And I understand that from the outside, it's another chronic illness that you cannot see. It is something else. I could smile through anything. I've had surgery smiling. I have broken things and been smiling. Like, I can smile through any pain. Okay. And like, that's where my endorphins come from. That's like, I need to smile. It's my default face. However, suicide can happen to the funniest people you know, the happiest looking people you know. Keep this number close to your chest. And if you know anybody that you think is struggling, or just say it out loud so that somebody who might be struggling, doesn't want to talk about it, can get this number from you. So it is, in America at least, 988. And Yeah, and on the 10th, I will post about the day because it is very important. Chronically ill people a lot of the time wake up wanting to die, and that's just what it is. Pain is grating on you, and I completely understand. So just know that that's that. Oh, and I want to say two more, read two things off my wall. So all these things back here, speaking of suicide, for depression, if you think that you hate everyone, eat something. If you think everyone hates you, sleep. If you think you hate yourself, shower. If you think everyone hates everyone, take a walk. Okay? Those are proven ways to cope and proven ways to like shift your mindset in the moment. And it's worked for me before. I go on these walks for mental health, and I take elaborate showers for mental health. And, you know, um, eating is for the soul as much as it is for the body. So, all of those things. Um, and two other things that are on my wall. Oh, this is one note card, but this note card on my wall says, I don't want today to be another why didn't I just do it today day. So when I really don't feel like doing it, and it's not because I'm physically unable, it's because I just don't want to. I don't want today to be another why didn't I just do it today day. Um, and skipping today means double the struggle tomorrow. Skipping today means double the struggle tomorrow. So I hope that you are taking these notes or watch or listen to the replay to get those, because literally they're on my wall right here. They're right behind me. And they're to where I could just look over if I'm laying in my bed and I really don't want to get up. And it's not because I'm ill. It's because I am feeling any kind of way. So babes, please, let's lock in. Let us lock in. This could be your year. You could walk into 2026 with a whole new outlook, a whole new like experience. Like, be who you really want to be. Don't just think because you've always been this way, you have to be this way. And chronic illness is not the excuse. It's not. It can be the because. So let it be that. Let it be that. I believe in y'all. I really do. I really do. That's another reason I cried. Like, I believed in those people way before they believed in themselves. And I can always myself see it in other people. And even when I find it so hard to see it in myself, I can always see it in other people. The things that you are good at, other people have seen. The things that make you amazing, find those people who are going to remind you, because God made you perfect. Exactly how you are, whatever the illness, whatever the ailment, whatever the bad habits, you learn those bad habits. You can unlearn those bad habits. And we're going to do it together this year, okay? This year, get the life you want, the body you want, the business you want. It's possible. And I know that for a fact. No smoke. Completely honest. I know it for a fact. I've seen people completely change in less than a year. Give yourself 90 days, okay? Give yourself 90 days. Switch it up. Lock it in, okay? All right, guys. This was lovely. Oh, I didn't do comments. Okay. Facebook. Believe It, You Got This, Keep Going, by Bren, the Warrior Mom Harris. Dawn Allen, Coach Dawn Allen. Wow, that was amazing, Tenille. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Look at you. You retired. You can hang out with me now. I love that. Proud of you. Way to go. Great self-care. Value. You're live. If you're live, please put an L in the chat. Let me know. I was nosy. I want to go back and look. If you are on the recording, please let me know. Put an R in the chat. Your dad would be so proud of you, Warrior. Thank you so much. That feels great. I appreciate that more than you know. Beautiful wisdom here, 100%. Thank you for sharing today. Thank you guys for being here. These comments. You guys are amazing. All right, Instagram, because this goes away. Won't he do it? Yes. Won't he do it? In my church voice. Sounds familiar. Some of those D Walker. Here he is too. Impactful. Thank you. I wonder who's been coaching me. I don't know. Thank you guys for being here. Great afternoon from Strong Island. Okay, guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for comments. Thank you for likes. Thank you for loves. Thank you for being on here live. See, y'all, I love how you follow directions too. I hope you're writing these down so that you can plan out this next year, okay? Great way of preserving. All right. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So have a great, beautiful, fantastic day. Give yourself grace, but don't be a punk. Go ahead and get this together. We're getting our goals together. Do not wait for the first. I don't want to hear new year, new me. I want to hear, oh, I'm already working on this and that and this. So send me your stuff. I want to read them. Maybe we'll do an episode where I read people's goals and things and then how far we've come. So, love you so much. Have a gorgeous week. Let's get it. Second week of September already. Ouch. All right, guys. Love you. Stay happily healed. Bye.